Okay, hi. Hello, my name is Jessica and welcome to my channel if you're new here, and same if you've watched my videos before. So a full disclosure, I am not in the best mood right now because I feed off how I look and I just have my natural hair and I wasn't able to get ready, but it's really important for me to stick to the schedule, this upload schedule, so I have to film right now. Okay, so you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, obviously, what this video is about. So the reason, so just to hop right into it, the mundane life. So I have made like day in the lives where I've talked about the mundane life, or like maybe I just use that like in my thumbnail or whatever, you know, the mundane life. Sorry, I'm trying to put my hair forward so I feel more presentable. I probably look even worse. I don't know if I can see myself on my phone. Okay, so like I said, I've talked about the mundane life before, but I was kind of sparked by like a girl I follow just recently started posting again on YouTube, and I saw her write the mundane life, and I was thinking, because I've talked about before that I've had this realization lately of that in the everyday life, it's really easy to like kind of basically wish your days away and be like, oh yeah, when my husband gets home or when this happens, or like just got to get to nap time, just got to get to this time, you know. And I'm really guilty of doing this for so long. And then now it's probably been like 3 or 4 weeks that I've really shifted my mindset, because if I'm in the mindset of dreading everything and almost wishing the day away, then I'm going to miss these small moments. I'm going to miss these everyday moments. And then also I had the realization that this is life. So the everyday, like right now, this life I've been living, like our weekend was like a pretty normal. I'll just tell you about my weekend first, because I like to film this on the weekend and post it on Monday. So our weekend has been so far, it's been nothing that crazy. So I spent today 2 hours cleaning all 3 washrooms, which is so much work. Normally, and that's why I'm also like so tired right now, because normally nap time is like my time. Like I need that time to recharge. So I instead chose to clean up because it's been like on my mind. I haven't had any time the last few weeks to clean them. And I normally like to deep clean them once a week, but that's like hopeful. Before I had my second, I was able to do that like pretty relatively easy, you know, but like time has gone away from me. And then my husband has 2 days off in a row. So that helps for like, I try to do like a fun activity on one day, and the other day we kind of are at home, and then maybe they go for a bike ride, him and my son. And I'm like baby wearing most of the day and kind of just, you know, going off her schedule. She's like really easygoing baby pretty much. But I like had this realization, like this aha moment a la Oprah, you know, of why am I wishing my days away? Like I'm always like, okay, I can't wait till Eric gets home at, you know, 7, 8 o'clock sometimes. I'm like, oh, we'll just have to make it to that time. And I found myself really like missing these moments, like mentally. Like, yes, I was present with my kids and playing on the floor and, you know, teaching them things, watching shows with them and getting my son meals and all that sort of stuff, you know. But I still found myself being pretty absent in my mind of like I said, just wishing everything away. And it made me really sad to think that, because also you see TikToks and reels and all that sort of stuff. Like one day you won't have toys all over the ground. One day you're not going to be cleaning up tons of messes. You know, one day the laughter will be gone because they're going to grow up and like, they're going to have friends, you know, they're not going to be home all the time, and they're just going to live these lives away from us, like how we're all away from our parents, right? So it made me really sad and made me see like, okay, like every stage of parenting is hard for sure. But also every stage of parenting, we kind of just like are like waiting for that next stage, you know, like when they're a baby, you're like, I can't wait till they can start crawling. And then once they crawl, I can't wait till they walk. Once they walk, can't wait till they're running. Can't wait till I can get them in sports, blah, blah, blah. But then it's like, are we really fully enjoying the season that we're currently in with our child? So it's easy for me to say this now because I have a second and I'm now enjoying all the things. Like the first year is a blur, you know? And so with my son, of course I remember because of pictures and videos. You're able to remember moments. Like there's no way you could possibly remember everything. Now seeing what happens, my son's 2.5, so I'm not a pro or anything. I don't know everything. Don't ever claim to know everything. But seeing where he's at to 2.5, and now seeing my daughter is 8 months old, like I know all the growth that happens to get there. And even her now, her personality is like amazing and so cute. But like, I don't want to miss these moments. Like, I don't want to miss my daughter, like doing things cute for the first time. Like she gives a certain look out of her eye. Like like lately she's been like in the evening really wanting me. So shortly she's going to be like freaking out and only wanting me. But like when she sees me, she'll kind of give me these eyes and like follow me around and be like, are you going to come for me? And then when I do come for her, she'll turn her body into me, you know, like hugging me, and then like kind of look at her dad. And then she's like, won't look at him too long, but I feel like she's like thinking like, if I look at you too long, you're going to take me. It's just like these cute little quirky mannerism things. And like even right now, my son just this last week started telling jokes, like jokey type behavior. So we listen to music on our Alexa all the time. And my son recently started being comfortable to talk to the Alexa and say like, hey, play this song or whatever. I'm surprised mine didn't go off actually, because it's right there. Sorry if I set yours off. But he recently started being like, hey, play Circles by Michael Bublé. And he knows Post Malone sings Circles. And he also knows like so many, like almost every single Michael Bublé song title. So and then he like laughs so hard, like just kills himself laughing. Like he's having the best time. And it's just so cute to see them get there. And I feel like it's so easy to miss those moments if you're not fully present too. So like, anyways, just talk about mundane. I found, hopefully my recording will still keep going on my phone. Let's see. Yes, it is. Okay. So I was looking up the mundane life, or like just the term mundane and where it came from. And it's actually quite interesting. I'm just going to pull it up. So the word mundane means of this world, worldly and terrestrial. That's what it says online, which is interesting. And then I found this really great website. I can link it below. It says, it's just like a blog post that someone wrote. And he's talking about a guy who delivered, I don't know who the guy is. His name is David Foster Wallace. Oh, maybe that's a famous actor. I feel like if I find out who it is, I'll pop it on the screen. But he says this is something that he says in the article. And I just really want to read it. I think it's anyways, doesn't matter. Okay, throughout our everyday tasks, such as commuting to work, cooking food, showering, etc., we have the power to control what our mind is thinking about. Often during these repetitive tasks where our valuable time is consumed, we are ranting to ourselves in our minds. We tend to only think about ourselves and how everyone and everything is getting in the way of our time. We are essentially wasting our finite mental energy, pondering thoughts that contribute no value. In fact, I bet the complaints people think about during the mundane everyday tasks are the same complaints many other people also experience, which I thought was pretty interesting. So he talks about that we only have this finite time. So when you think about the mundane life, I find often there's a correlation between the mundane and being a mother and just parenthood. And I'm not saying that other people don't use that, because I think, of course, other people use that term as well. But I feel like it's really heavily used in the motherhood world. And I've said this before, and I'll say it forever, is that there's room on the internet for all opinions. So I'm not saying that what I'm saying right now is like the end all be all, but I do think it's very important to be aware of our thoughts. And like, I'm someone who is really anxious, so I let my thoughts consume me. And I'm really working on not being that way. So that's why I'm also wanting to share that with other people, and maybe it will help someone to also just like not waste your days away, but also know that we are only given a finite number of like hours, minutes in the day. No, and also you hear that like no day is guaranteed, right? We don't know if we're gonna wake up tomorrow, but we tend to like waste our life away in essence, like think about the mundane everyday life. And I just personally want to get rid of that word in my vocabulary of mundane, because mundane means repetitive. So anything that's repetitive in our life, that's like a task that we have to do, maybe we're dragging our heels and don't want to do it, that we consider that mundane. And I think in particular when it comes to parenthood, because we're seeing a lot of uprising on the internet of like millennials, being different, blah, blah, blah. Not that Gen Z isn't, but how we are parenting differently. And I think a part of that is also, yes, I think you can have your feelings on whatever you deem mundane, but I really think that by calling things mundane, just because it's a repetitive task, maybe like we go back to calling it being a repetitive task, or, this is just our life for a season right now. Like the next season is going to be different because kids are in school, blah, blah, blah. And there's going to be its own challenges. Sorry, I keep losing my train of thought because I'm so tired. A repetitive task is considered to be like mundane in life. And I think about life before kids, where I was just working and coming home and, just whatever. I rarely felt that things were mundane. A little, sometimes you would get like I would get like antsy and be like, I really want to go on a trip. Maybe that's like the mundane feelings, but I feel like I never used those words until I became a stay-at-home mom, and I wonder, does anyone else relate? Did you ever think that way, or only think that way since you became a mom? Or, maybe people felt that way during COVID when everything shut down. We were all at home anyways, I find I'm doing my kids and myself a disservice by like dreading the everyday and the tasks, like cleaning the washroom is such a big deal. It was so weird when I cleaned the washrooms, I didn't actually have music on. I didn't really do like podcast music or watch a YouTube video, because I watch a lot of YouTube, but I just like didn't. I was like with my thoughts. It was so weird. I'm like, oh my gosh. But I'm really realizing that I'm just gonna like, it's not like I love cleaning and I'm gonna be like, oh, cleaning is so great. I'm just gonna check my camera. Hold on a sec. I need to sip my drink. Gather my thoughts. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about like the whole point of my Monday videos are just things that are kind of on my mind that are more chit chatty sit down style. But I just wanted to talk about that in hopes of like encouraging other people to maybe enjoy your life more and not see like the everyday, you can say mundane, monotonous, repetitive task as like a horrible thing, because it's just like, this is life. Like we can't hate it, because then we're just going to hate our lives, you know? And I said this in last week's video, is that not every day is life is not just like the big trips and the big moments, but it's also these small everyday moments, which is like living right now. You know, it's taking my son to a class. It's just hanging out in the backyard, putting the sprinkler on. Like that is life. And instead of like wishing for when he can communicate more and do things for himself, like I'm going to miss being able to do stuff for him eventually, you know? But right now, this is just the season of life that I'm in, of having 2 young kids. And I'm definitely enjoying it. Having that mind shift has really helped me a lot. Like, I'm not perfect. I don't claim to be, but it's really shifted my mind a lot. And I hope that just me kind of talking about, I didn't say that much, but me kind of talking about it has maybe like given you your aha moment, or helped you see that there is a different way of thinking. Like I'm so like I said, an anxious person, but I don't want us to be as like a society of people who like just hate our lives. Like there's joking about like hating certain things, and that's cool. And like I said, there's room for everything on the internet, in my opinion. We're not guaranteed our days that we think we have ahead of us. So we just need to enjoy where we're at right now. And I think it's really important to pour into yourself and pour into your children and your spouse, and just enjoy the everyday. Enjoy the sitting down on the floor with your kids, making dinner for the 100th time, even though it sucks so much making dinner. Why is dinner the one thing that freaking sucks? Breakfast and lunch are cool. You know, dinner can suck it. But I think, yeah, you can still have those like moments, right? Of like liking things, not liking things. But I just hate that word mundane. I hate the word mundane, because since I've had this realization, which isn't that long, but I'm trying to grow and change and be a better person. And I hope my videos are encouraging to you to also grow and change and be a better person. I'm not saying you're a horrible person whoever's watching this. Obviously, you're probably a really great person. But everyone can grow and get better, right? So I'm enjoying being on this journey of growing and getting better. And I hope that you enjoyed today's video. So if you did, and you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. I'm not sure if anyone on my channel has watched any of my shorts, but I'm really enjoying doing like the mom comedy type stuff. But I'm not that creative. I am not like a crazy funny person, but I do dabble in a little bit of funniness, comedy. So I'm trying to get creative and have all the juices flowing. And I like doing the videos. They take a little bit more work than what you'd think, but I'm really enjoying doing it. So let me know if you've seen them, if you like them. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that wherever you are in this world, you are having a fantastic day. Bye, guys.